All right, let's see if we can finish up talking about the syllabus here. We talked about the quizzes, right? The quizzes you do by yourself with no help from anyone else. Not on the discussion board, nothing. Okay. Now, so the quizzes were 30%, discussion 10%, so there's 40% of your grade. It's 60% left, okay? The math department at Walker Community College actually requires that our online courses have a proctored piece that's at least 50% of the grade. The way I handle this is I have a midterm exam and a final exam that are proctored. So I will get a room. I haven't done it yet, but there will be a room available, which I'll tell you about when I get it, on the Walker Community College campus on 2 evenings. Actually, I'm going to scroll down here so you can see the calendar. The midterm exam will happen on Thursday, October 26th, and the final exam will happen on Wednesday, December 6th. It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m. somewhere on the Walker Community College campus. Okay. I understand that the reason that a lot of people take online classes is because they have scheduling conflicts with school. And you may have scheduling conflicts with the times that I've arranged for the midterm and the final. Just let me know and we will find some other arrangement, right? I really just, I've done, we have the testing center, you can come in early, you can maybe take it a little later, not a lot later. Early is better. I hope that most people can come at the time that I set aside for this, but I know that there will be exceptions, and just let me know and we will deal with the exceptions. Let me know before the exam. Don't come in 2 days later and say, oh, well, you know, I missed it. It's like, yeah, you missed it, right? Set it up ahead of time, and there's not a problem. The midterm and the final, each of them are closed book, but you'll be allowed a sheet of notes, 8.5 inches by 11 inches or smaller, both sides. The final exam is not comprehensive. It's just a second half exam. So it's like test 1 and test 2. Right? I say that the final exam is a little bit comprehensive just because the latter stuff in the quarter relies on the earlier stuff, but I'm not specifically testing on the earlier stuff. I'm testing on the latter stuff. In both times, please bring a photo ID. Just because, you know, in an online class, I don't get to know people's faces. And so, anyway, I need to double check that you are who you say you are. So anyway, we will do that, and I will announce the room shortly as to exactly where it is. But, okay, so then grades will be assigned by 90, 80, 70, essentially ABC. I want to make a mention of this grade of S. We've just had a discussion within our division about the S grade and what it means. Generally, S is set at a whatever the prereq for the next class is, but not all disciplines do that. And if you're transferring, the transferring institution may not accept an S grade as satisfying a prerequisite. So don't use it. If you possibly can get a letter grade, because the S grade is going to be weird. Anyway, if you have any learning disabilities that need accommodations, please let me know. The Learning Disabilities Service, the Disability Support Service Office in the LDC building is a marvelous resource. They get you all set up, all the paperwork you need, and they get that to me so I know what to do. Please let me know early what's needed. I'm happy to do whatever accommodations are needed. Anyway, the office number for the support service office is there, and their phone number if you need to contact them to get that stuff going. Anyway, we have the testing center. We have various other things that can be done if you need them. Just let me know. So let's see. What do I expect of you? One, I expect you to participate. Math is not a spectator sport. You need to be part of it. You need to get in. You need to work. You need to do the homework, be part of the discussion boards, read the textbook, do the problems. You can watch someone else do it all day, and it just doesn't help. You got to do it yourself. Okay? Academic honesty, of course, you should do your own work. Cheating and plagiarism are serious violations of the student rights and responsibility and will result in disciplinary action. I've dealt with it before. I will deal with it again if you make me. Please don't make me. Just do your own work. That's why you're here, right? You're in college to learn. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't do you any good to have somebody else do the work. Come on, you haven't learned it. So learn it. You can do it. You're here. You're in calculus. You're a good math student. You can get there. You can get there. Yeah, anyway. So then here's a few other things. Whatcom has an early alert process where after the first week or two of the class, 2 or 3 I should say, if an instructor feels that a student is falling behind, not coming to class, having struggles with the homeworks or whatnot, you might put in an early alert, which signals for a bunch of different support services to offer help. I want you to succeed. The college wants you to succeed. And we have lots of resources available. Sometimes students just don't know how to go get it. And so this early alert system sort of brings it to you. If I notice someone slipping through the cracks, I can say, hey, this guy needs some help, or this girl needs some help, and the help is there. So we will we'll do what we can to get you through. So just so you know, if you get contacted by someone, it's not that I'm, recording, hey, this guy's failing. It's like, no, it's like, I want this person to succeed, and he or she needs more help than what they're getting from me. So, so hopefully this will work for all of us. There is tutoring available. The Math Tutoring Center is in Cascade 113. They're open weekdays, most days. The schedule changes each quarter, but they try very hard to also have some evening hours. That's usually done in the library, not done in the Math Center, but they do it in the library. So the hope is that you will be able to find a time, whatever your schedule is, to get into the Learning Center to get help. You always have me, you always have your fellow classmates through discussion boards too, but sometimes it's just nice to sit down with a tutor and get some questions answered quickly, one-on-one. So anyway, that is available. Communication guidelines, yes. Treat each other with respect. You're going to be interacting with each other on the forums. You're going to be learning a lot from your fellow classmates. Treat them with respect, and they should be treating you with respect as well. Likewise, between you and me, we should treat each other with respect. I'll tell you right now that I always picture my students as being smarter than me. I know historically that the students are smarter than the professors. That's why civilization advances. That's why we keep discovering new things, because the students outdo their professors. And so, it may seem like right now I'm the smart one and you're not, but I don't view it that way. I really do try to treat my students like they're smarter than I am, because I know that they're going to be. Anyway, I think I've said this already, but you're encouraged to work together on the homeworks, but not the quizzes. You should be doing them by yourself with no help, no communication on the discussion boards about quiz questions. Okay. If you need to talk to me, use the messaging system within WAMAP, send me an email, give me a call. Early in the week, I'm really good at getting back to you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you should get a response, certainly within 24 hours, usually quite faster than that. If I'm sitting in my office, which I usually am during the day, you can be getting responses back almost immediately from me. So, but once it gets to be Friday and the weekend, I don't do a lot of work at home. I do other work at home. I don't do schoolwork at home so much. So do your work early, and you get a lot of response out of me. I'm a resource. I'm a huge resource for your learning here. You take charge of it, but I'm there to help you. You don't take charge of it, well, no one's going to take charge of it because I'm not in charge. You're in charge, right? I'm here to help. So anyway, just a reminder, there are 2 times that I'm asking you to come to campus. They are October 26th and December 6th. If you have any conflicts with those, please let me know early, and we will find alternate arrangements. Okay. Technology requirements, of course, you don't need the internet. This is an online class, right? You also probably should get some sort of camera or scanner. The quizzes quite often have the ability at the end of them. The quizzes, they usually give you 3 chances per problem, but if you still, after 3 chances, got it wrong, I ask you to snap a picture of your work and send me that so that I can use it to assign partial credit. So anyway, you may want to be able to take a picture of your work so that you can send it to me. Inclement weather, yes. If we have snow days or whatnot, you know, it's not a big deal for that from a lot of point of view for an online class, but I do understand that there are some people that live in remote parts of the county. They may not have internet access at home, and so they may find it difficult on a snowy day or for whatever to get out to a place that does have internet. If that's the case, we certainly will work with you on keeping you up to date and or delaying some due dates if that's what we have to do. But generally, I think we can just keep going. Snow days shouldn't really affect us. If they do affect individuals, we will sort of course work with those individuals to keep them on track. Affirmation of inclusion. Yeah, the college has an official statement. I have a similar statement that says, I don't care if you're white, black, brown, somewhere in between. I don't care if you're male, female, or somewhere in between. I don't care if you're Christian, atheist, Jewish, Muslim, or somewhere in between. I do care if you do your homework. I do care if you just, you know, participate in discussions. I just want to teach you math. I just want to teach everybody math. It's so much fun. So feel free to be who you are, and please respect others to be who they are. And we'll have a lot of fun doing math. Right? This last statement, non-discrimination policy, Title IX, sexual misconduct statement. This is, again, another one that the state requires us to have, or the federal government. I don't know, but it's important here to note that quite often students who are troubled will sit and talk with their instructors, and that's great. You start telling me about situation you're in regarding sexual harassment or domestic violence or whatnot, I am under obligation to report that to someone. There's a person on campus that handles this stuff. If I don't report it, I'm sort of like an accessory in the crime because I just let it happen without doing anything. So just know that if you confide in me on these things, I am required, well, because I'm a feeling person, I'm going to try to help you, but I'm also required to report it to the authorities so that they can step in and help as well. If you feel you need to talk with someone about some of these things in a confidential way, you don't want to report it out, then in the advising center in LDC, there are counselors, and the counselors are allowed a different set of rules than we are, that they can interact with you in a very confidential way. But just know that I am under obligation to report things if I find out about them. So anyway, are we done? Oh, lastly, oh goodness, I'm almost out of my 15 minutes, so I will talk about the calendar here in a very short video. Here we go.